Hello everyone, I wanted to make a quick video response to a video called Body Image. This is a topic that hits very close to home for me because as a child I was always told if I lost weight that I would be cute and I would be more acceptable if I was thinner. And this isn't just by random people, this is my own family. And I also have known many guys who prefer small, skinny, petite girls and would openly acknowledge their preference in the presence of girls. And so I've constantly been bombarded by people who, not media, but like people who had this preference for smaller girls. So even though I am old enough to know exactly how the modeling and advertising game works as far as how women look and how they're supposed to be portrayed, I also have this, in my head for so many years that it's hard for me to be happy at any size other than small. And it's nice to know that there are guys in the world that exist that can appreciate a girl for more than just her aesthetics, but also for her other personal attributes. But in my experience, I haven't come across too many of them. Now, I'm not saying they're not out there, they just haven't come past me very often. And even my mom was once engaged to a man who was willing to buy her an engagement ring, but only if she fit into a size 2. Other than that, she couldn't. And she went on huge crash diets, lost a lot of weight, never fit into a size 2, and so she never got her engagement ring. So I've been faced with this my whole life, and if I could live one day where I could wake up in the morning and all day long until I went to bed, not have to be concerned with how I look from this angle or that angle, or how my clothes are going to fit, how my clothes are going to look to other people, or how comfortable I'm going to feel around other people at my size. And I don't even know if I was super thin, if that would make me, feel better about myself, my body image rather, because I've always been around people who body image was a negative thing. No matter how you looked, there was always going to be something. I've had friends in the past who would find something wrong with every single person they saw. Like, that was their mission, to find something wrong with everyone. No matter how skinny they were, how fat they were, tall, short, what color of their skin, it didn't matter. Even if you or I would look at that person and say, wow, they're perfect. They have perfect features, everything. I have friends that would say, well, actually, if you look a little closer, blah, blah. And so, body image is a very hard thing for me to be positive about. And I would like one day to be positive about it. And I admire girls and look up to people who can exude confidence no matter what they're wearing, no matter what size they are. I've known girls who are quite plump and still could walk in a room and be super confident about who they were and how they looked, and they thought they looked good, and it didn't matter how big they were. They looked good. I've never had that. I didn't grow up with, like I said earlier, around people who were that nice to me about the way I looked. I always had flaws, and I always needed to lose weight. My mom put me on diets starting when I was, a little kid, and kept me on these random diets. The first diet I was ever on was when I was 7, and it was raw carrots, raw potatoes, and hot chocolate, and that's all I had. And I lost weight on it, obviously, but, it gave me a negative self-image, and it's hard to shake. It's really hard to shake, and I know that there are some people who say, well, I'm not going to date, girls with shape on them because they're so negative about their shape, and so I don't want to hear it. But, that's because girls who aren't skinny probably grew up hearing it, if not from their parents and family, but hearing it from people at school. I was made fun of an incredible amount, and you would think the way I got made fun of, I would have been like 500 pounds. But I've always been just a little chubby. Always. And, you know, I've always been unhappy about it, and I've always caught slack for it. So it's hard to have a positive body image when it doesn't even need to be the media. The media doesn't need to say anything to me. It's the people around me that say things. I mean, not anymore, now that I'm an adult and I live on my own, but, you know, as a kid, it was tough. And my mom, who has the same body type as I do, was also extremely unhappy with her body, so she put that on me. You know, and so, because I wasn't as skinny as she would like to have been, she made fun of me too. So, it's hard. And I want to say to all the people out there who are like hard on girls about them being hard on themselves, is you don't have any idea what they went through to get to the point where they're so hard on themselves. So, be nice. Be nice.